First of all, I want to, before I start the show, welcome to Nothing Special. That's the name of my show. It's geared towards a special that will probably air on Netflix very soon. But right now, it's Nothing Special. And my name is Lazy Gordon, and I'll be your entertainer today. What I want to do is, first of all, because I'm a very self-centered, selfish person, I want to thank the people first before I forget, because I can get enthralled into my own thing. First of all, as you can see, I am a stand-up comedian, but I don't like to hold a mic like all these drunk people in America holding a drink, you know, every time they talk. I like to use my hands, so I like to be free. We'll talk about freedom later on during the show. So before I start, I just want to say that I want to thank Upstage Studio for hosting us. I'm used to saying us because I have a family, but I'm on my own. I'm solo. So thank you very much, Upstage Studios in Tel Aviv. 8 cameras, everything you need to express your feelings and doubts and frustrations. We'll talk about frustrations also. So thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much for the Tiny Desk atmosphere that I got from the boys and girls that showed up here in Tel Aviv. Thank you so much. All right. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start the show in a different way that I start usually. I'm here to warn you that the Nothing Special is going to produce a show on Valentine's night in Ra'anana. And it's going to be called Valentine's Night Special. And therefore, we're promoting that. So Valentine's Night Special, 14th of February 2023 in Ra'anana. You can go to lazygordon.com, lazygordon.com, and get your tickets over there. We're going to do a doubleheader, and we're going to have a really good time. Now, before I go, usually I start in a different way, but I wanted to just tell you guys that the next song I did is probably my last song that I've written, and it's called Optimism Slave. I know it's a contradictory thing between the two words, and what's nice about it is that I can conjure them together and bring them to fruition during the song. And if you Google, which is really what Google is really the Second Testament, which is really the Bible today. And I don't know why the Christians had to write another book, which is the Second Testament, because testament is from the word attest. And when you attest something, you basically proclaim it. And it's funny because testament is also a testimony. But when you go on Google, the Bible, the New Bible, and you see what testimony, testimony is the common denominator of the two things. And this just remarkable how I can endure opening doors here and stuff like this. This is incredible how I endure under pressure, you know, because today I swam in 20 degrees in the pool outside because I'm a hero. Anyway, just forget about that. Anyway, so when you see in Google and you look in the words that I just told you about, we can definitely go to Optimism Slave. You put Optimism Slave, you'll get to my song immediately. That's the first time and ever of putting these two words together, because slave is derogatory and it's downward, and optimism is obviously an upper and supposed to make you feel real good about yourself. But I put them together, and the reason why I did this is because a lot of people in Israel went to see this guy named Chris Martin, who is the head singer and the creator of Coldplay. And Coldplay is a renowned group, and I didn't know anything about their music. So what I did, I went and I watched the episode that they had on Tiny Desk, and he sang there with 9 brothers and sisters and his guitar player, and it was just enormous for me to see him, not with 250 million people in 3 shows in Berlin, London, and somewhere else. It was just nice to see this guy play and sing like he is in the room, just like me right now. And then when you actually see him, you can judge and tell that this guy has incredible range on his voice. He's like LeBron James in voice. He can go high, he can go low. So I got that. So I wanted to see, why is he so successful? Why is Chris Martin so successful? How Coldplay came about and their history and stuff like this. And I watched the documentary. And when I watched the documentary, I realized he had Phil Harvey as a manager. And Phil Harvey, they grew up from the age of 11 or 12 together in school, and they used to protect each other. I think Harvey was protecting Chris Martin more, and he was protecting him from fighting people. And it was just amazing to see the friendship that they had from very, very young age. Okay, that's incredible. So Phil Harvey is the fifth dude on Coldplay, and he's really a reason why Coldplay is filling all these stadiums. So he has a manager, like a big-time manager, and a manager that really loves him from childhood. So that's kind of hard to get. And I said, what can I do, to become big-time? What do I miss that Chris Martin has? So I said to myself, okay, he's got a manager. He's got a voice I'll never have, okay? He's got a great voice. He writes really good songs and stuff. And I heard his songs. And then I realized that he has something that I can take, that everybody here can take. And that something is optimism. I have never seen a guy more optimistic than this dude. I mean, this guy is the most optimistic guy I've ever seen perform, sing, bring out his thoughts in the open. And I just love his energy. And I fell in love with this dude, man. This dude had the whole package. And I said, well, I can take optimism. So I called my friends and I said, hey, hey, man, I'm going to be, from now on, an optimistic dude. I just called him and I said, so he answers me, he said, man, you're already optimistic, man. You're living in a movie. Like in Israel, they say somebody is delusional and is kind of floating on air with his own thoughts and beliefs. It's like, you're already optimistic, I said, well, yeah, you haven't seen nothing yet, because I'm bringing Mamba mentality and Last Dance duration towards my optimistic feeling. And I want to be an optimistic dude. So, because we don't really have a setup for jokes and stuff like this, and I started the show in a different way, right now I'm going to do Optimistic Slave for you, okay? It's called Optimism Slave. Not here. Oh, I can hear the mic now. Because you're a large crowd, I wrote this song thinking, man, this guy is, he kind of affected me in my writing. I never write songs like this. I just heard him and kind of wrote a song that I think he could sing. I don't know why I wrote a song in this beat, in this sound, in this style, but I really think Chris Martin can sing the song. Optimism Slave. I am an optimism slave. People always tell me that I don't know how to behave. So I made an introduction to meet myself. It's nice to meet you. Have a nice day. It's nice to meet you. Have a nice day. I am an optimism fool. People always tell me I don't know how to play with them rules. So when I made an introduction to meet myself, it's nice to meet you. Have a nice day. It's nice to meet you. Have a nice day. People gonna try to take away your freedom.
You just gotta find a way with what to feed 'em. Gotta stay a slave for your optimism. Well, you the only one, yeah, you know it, babe. It's nice to see you. Well, it's a nice day. It's nice to see you. Well, it's a nice day. It's nice to see you. Well, it's a nice day. It's nice to see you. It's a nice day. Tick-tock of a lion chasing zebras took 9 seconds. Then it switches to every player's wishes to dunk the ball in everybody's faces. But then I look at you with that sexy lingerie and I say, let's go see the world together with all this tender love and care. It's nice to see you. It's a nice day. It's nice to see you. It's a nice day. It's nice to see you. It's a nice day. It's nice to see you. It's a nice day. When you're feeling down and you're searching for your own grave, I will come and wash it all with my optimistic wave. It's nice to see you. Well, it's a nice day. It's nice to see you. It's a nice day. It's nice to see you. Well, it's a nice day. It's nice to see you. It's a nice day. Repeat after me. It's a nice day. It's a nice day. It's a nice day. Nice day. Ooh, it's a nice day. 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 All right.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much. Think I can hear myself. Frustrations that I have is all frustrations of an artist trying to make it, and then because of frustrations, people start complaining. And the complaining is something that is a common denominator to each individual. Watch this, I can throw it, but I'm gonna go. Clap your hands for the tire that I possess over here, yeah. Anyway, so people are frustrated because they don't get what they want, okay? They don't have what they need. They have a lot of problems, okay? So then they have a common denominator and they go and they invent coffee shops. So they go into a coffee shop and they start complaining to each other because that's a common denominator. That's what people can relate to, okay? They go and complain to each other about their lives, about the stuff. But then sometimes it takes them time to warm up, okay? Because it's much easier to complain about something that is not personal, like the weather, all right? So then I figured to myself, I said, wow, the weather is basically about summer and winter. And then I figured that I think you'd agree with me that when the summer is really hot, especially in Israel, okay, people complain all the time that they're sweating and it's humid and they need to do something about it and they don't know what to do. And they complain all day about how much they want to see the winter here and how much they want to have cold weather. And I say to myself, you know, eventually, with all this complaining, one day, with no information ahead, shows up the winter dude who heard all the complaining and shows up like uninvited, unintended, and with no notice, okay? And all of a sudden, we get 2 days of rain and mud and cold weather and everything, and then we say, okay, we got it. We understand. It's okay. You can go now. And the winter said, no, man. You know, I'm staying here so you'll have hot coffee in a coffee shop complaining about us. And that's really bringing us to the thing that we're never happy what we have. We always want something we don't have, and that's just human nature. And we talk about that later, about stupidity. We'll talk about that later. I mean, the human nature is always about something I don't have, and if I have that, I want to get more of this. And it's just what really moves, you know, our culture in every culture you ever see. So what I understood, I said, what do I like better? And everybody, you know, when they raise their hand during the show, they always like summer better. Because I have friends in Finland and Norway, and they have not much sun there. And they know how to appreciate sun, and we have all the sun in the world, and we don't appreciate it like the people over there that don't have it. And the reason why summer is better is because you're closer to sex, okay? Yeah, you can unveil layers of of clothing, and you don't have to set the temperature that much because heat is good, and you know we want to feel comfortable. You don't have to set the thermostat for a certain level. You can have sexual intercourse with the one you love, and you don't have to do nothing. You just take, you know, you have nothing on, basically. And in the winter, it's kind of harder. So I think summer is much better. And then I said, okay, I remember being unemployed. Well, I've been unemployed all my life. I'll talk about this when I do Borderline, but it was hard for me to always get a job. So I'm basically an unemployed dude. And so what I did is I used to wait for my wife to come from work, okay? And she's wearing all these layers, and I'm just sitting here butt naked and wearing shades, okay? And the next song is called Just Like Summer Days, okay? So even if you're in the winter, you can always think that you're in summer days and do your thing. Just like summer days. Thank you. Thank you. Nice shirt. Nice shirt. Wow. Mushu. All right.
How was your day? Was it nice? Eh? Do you feel the heat I got inside? Just like summer days, summer days. Oh, it's cold, you're wearing all these layers. I'm just sitting here, but naked, wearing shades, just like summer days, summer days. That's how I feel when I look your way, and I wish it will always stay, just like summer days, summer days. That's how I feel when I look your way, and I wish it will always stay just like summer days, just like summer days. You remind me of the time we ran the field, huh? You remind me of the time we surfed the waves, just like summer days, summer days. With all the beautiful things that you bring, you know I want you here with me, just skin to skin, just like summer days, summer days. That's how I feel when I look your way, and I wish it will always stay just like summer days, summer days. That's how I feel when I look your way, and I wish it will always stay just like summer days. Sun will fall and dissolve, it don't matter, babe, 'cause I got you with all this love, just like summer days, summer days. That's how I feel when I look your way, and I wish it will always stay just like summer days, summer days. That's how I feel when I look your way, and I wish it will always stay just like summer days, just like summer days.
Tattoo free, yeah? Tattoo free. Anyway, what I want to tell you is that we complain, a lot of complaint we have, we take out on our addictions, okay? Most people in this world are addicted to something. For instance, I'm addicted to coffee. I drink coffee 3 times a day. I think it's good for your metabolism. It's got some good things about coffee that actually helps your body. But basically, that's my only addiction, really, if I have to think about it. But some people, like outside the street, I'm sure you saw, addictions going everywhere. And then I started a new nutrition thing, which I called the Amazing Spaceship. Therefore, I'm standing in front of you. I have only less than 3 years to live till I hit 58, which will be very soon. Hopefully I'll continue to live after that, yeah? You got that, right? So then I'm standing in front of you, and I'm above average looks. I mean, let me fix my eyebrows. Okay, let's not get all, okay, let's relax, okay? So what I did is I wanted to prolong my career on stage and actually kill my frustration so I don't have to complain in a coffee shop to you about not making it. Okay, you can get this? Well, soon you'll get this. So then I realized that I once had a girlfriend, okay? And if you translate to Hebrew, you might think I had only one girlfriend, but I didn't. I once had a girlfriend, and I just couldn't get rid of my girlfriend. It was very hard for me. And because we did a lot of summer days, okay, with skin to skin, a friend of mine that's in the 80s, he bought me a book, okay? And the book, back in the days, we didn't have none of this. We had books. He brought me a book, I swear to God, How to Break Your Addiction to a Person, all right? Seriously, Because he said, you're addicted to sex with this girl, and you need to break your addiction, okay? I was like, okay, how exactly I'm going to do this, you know? So I try to refrain from seeing her, trying to, you know, get away from her. I don't know. I was trying to do things. But then I was living in a small town playing basketball, and I broke up with her finally. I said, that's it. But there's something inside of me that got me in my car, and I'll start driving to hunt again for my next summer days thing, skin-to-skin thing. So I'm driving, and it's late at night, and all of a sudden, I see a really nice-looking girl, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to put my move on her. Back in the days, there's no Tinder, yeah? You just stop the car, you put your move on. And all of a sudden, it was her. It's like small town. You're going to hear it in the song soon, okay? Everything I say, you hear in the song, because you have never heard the song before, but now you will. But I got to make sure you know the words. So all of a sudden, I see her in the small town that I live in. And I see her, and I recognize her. And I say, it's very hard for me to break the addiction of this person, right? And the last verse of the song really says, I'm a statistic in this world, just like everybody else. I love to win at everything. I always want to be the best. But loving you was heroin, and it's bad for you, I guess. I thought that I could handle this, but I guess that I was wrong. So this one is called I Let You Lead Me On. And why did I call it I Let You Lead Me On? Because all people write songs, oh, how could you lead me on? How could you lead me on? Always putting the energy and the responsibility on the other person, right? Which brings you back to the coffee shop, because that's when people complain. They don't do anything about it. They just go complain to their friend about what's done for them, or for, you know, from another person. They complain about the other person, but you cannot really do anything because you're frustrated, right? Hey, you're frustrated, right? So then you think if you complain about your frustration, it will take away the frustration, but no, it's actually watering the plants of frustrations. You actually enlarge your frustration when you complain. So when I say, I let you lead me on, at least I'm saying, hey, I play with fire. I tried this. I knew it's addictive, and I thought I could handle this, but I guess that I was wrong. I'll let you lead me on. All right. All right. We have, hey, I did cut the songs from 200 to 100. Okay? Am I not? Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. I'll let you lead me on.
I know I see you down the street in the small town that we live in. Then I know our eyes will meet. You be polite and try to speak. Look away as I remember, as I try to reminisce. I thought that I could handle this, but I guess that I was wrong. So wrong. I spend my time to find a way to the arms of your betrayal. But after loving you one day, knew it's never gonna work. So tell me why I stuck around. Deflate my self-respect, I guess. Thought that I could handle this, but I guess that I was wrong. Wrong. So wrong. I was so wrong. So I knew it all along. I let you lead me on. I let you lead me on. I let you lead me on. I knew it all along. let you lead me on. Let you lead me on. I'm a statistic in this world, just like everybody else. I love to win in everything. You know I wanna be the best. But loving you was heroin, and it's bad for you, I guess. I thought that I could handle this, but I guess that I was wrong, wrong, so wrong. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. Said I let you lead me on. I let you lead me on. I knew it all along. Let you lead me on. Let you lead me on. Let you lead me on. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, this is how a comedian looks with a drink in his hand. Always looking for a drink in his hand, always carrying something in his hand. It's all in the movies. Everything is alcohol related. Like they have no confidence to just be bare something. They always have holding a drink. You know, I grew up in the States. That's how people used to be. All right. Let's take the show to another facet now. After I dedicated the song to my dear friends in the audience, yeah. Anyway, let me ask you something. Raise your hand if you feel you're a bit of an obtuse person. Notice I'm raising my tattoo-free hand. I'm raising it. Do you feel you're an obtuse person? Let me just give you a translation of what obtuse is. It's actually with an O if you're looking it up right now on Google. By the way, I want you to look at your phones the whole time I'm here because I want to feel at home. I want to feel like I'm in Israel. I want you to eat, drink, look at your phone, answer phone calls. Just be yourself, okay? That will give me a warm feeling of being in Israel, and I appreciate that. So just wanted to, again, remind the viewers that from the creator of Nothing Special, there will be a huge special on Valentine's night in Ra'anana, Israel, 14th of February, a doubleheader in Ra'anana. Go get your tickets at lazygorn.com. 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 Go get it. Lazygorn.com. Thank you. That was a little stretch I did. Anyway, so in that, saying all that, what happened was the stupidity thing. I've been searching this quite a while, and I just think that obtuse, the word obtuse, which is starts with an O, not A, like I thought. I looked it up, and it says it's annoyingly insensitive. Annoying, like bothering people, and insensitive is not sensitive to the other people. To translate is oblivious to the existence of the environment. Okay? Verstehst? Good. So what happened was, I looked up sense. And the word sense is like, if you're smart, you have sense. Common sense, very sensible. If you're stupid, you're insensitive, you have no sense at all. But sense, I looked it up, is a feeling. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that everybody in this world is not smart. Everybody in this world is moved by feelings. Is combustion, is moved and promote and and motivate by their feelings. Every decision making and all that stuff and the business and all the stuff is something that happened in your childhood and you made a decision. Everything is trial and error. If Thomas Edison didn't try it 1,000 times, you'd never get light right now. Was he smart? No, he was persistent, diligent. He never gave up. He was Mamba mentality. It's nothing, it's just words invented, smart and stupid. I'm going to give you an example now why I chose the word obtuse, okay? Because in Hebrew, the translation for that, ze abal, okay? And why I chose abal, because my son, for 2 years straight, when he was 1, he called me father and had a silent L, not silent. So he'd call me Abba, Abba, like this. For 2 years he called me that, so I realized I'm obtuse. Now let me tell you something. I'm going to give you an example why I think everybody in this world, everybody, I'm talking about Putin, choose anybody you want is stupid. I'll tell you why. Because if you make one mistake, and you learn from it, and you don't repeat it, and blah, 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 once you make one mistake, it's in a resemblance, the same effect, like if you take a glass of milk, and you put a little chocolate milk inside, just a little bit. You stir the milk, am I right? You stir the milk, I hand you the milk, but it has chocolate milk inside, right? It'll never be milk again, am I right? Never again. Same thing with a smart person making one mistake. So basically, stupidity is another word for humanity. It's cute, it's adorable, it's endearing. You know, the person who is just a human. It's instead of calling it stupidity. And what they did is they created a vast, large system of education. They said, okay, we'll grade you too. Just like you're buying chicken. Yeah, I'll have half a kilo of that. I'll have 200 grams of this. They just grade you and say, you know, just grade like milk, grade A, grade B. They grade you. And they say, we'll specify you and categorize you by the grades you get in the education system we created. And who are the people who created it? It's the stupid people, because everybody is stupid, right? That's just a word. We're going to use it because you know it, because society taught you that. But it's just a word. Stupid could also be lazy, like me. But I got all these people working their ass off every day so they can earn laziness. You have the people that go get imprisoned and forfeit their freedom, okay? They forfeit their freedom and they go to work every day so they can get shelter and food and 2 weeks vacation so they can rest from the stuff they don't like to do. And for the jail they're sitting in, which they accepted. From another standpoint, you got guys like me who could never get a job, okay? And he's called a freelance. But freelance, with the word free, is not even close, because he is not free by any means. So you know what he called himself now? Self-employed. He's living on vacation, but because of cost of opportunity, he is now going to go chase jobs, and for cost opportunity purposes, going to get every job possible he can get so he can make the month. So wait a second. You remember our Optimism Slave? Remember that song, right? We're all slaves. We're all stupid and slaves. Because the guy who's slaving for somebody gets security, but he's in prison. The other guy doesn't know where he's going to eat, and he's a slave for whatever job he can get, if at all. So I say, if you're already going to be a slave, you might be a slave of optimism, which is different than an optimistic slave. Because an optimistic slave is a guy who is a slave, goes to the coffee shop, and doesn't complain. Okay? He just sits in the coffee shop, and he kind of hears your complaints because he's very grateful and thankful for what he has. So he's a slave, but he's optimistic. He sees the good sides of the thing, but he's in prison. Okay? Optimism slave is the guy who is a freelance, self-employed guy who wants to change the world. And he's slaving optimism. That's a whole different concept, okay? So when I said about this, before I go to my next song, where it's called Layers of Stupidity, and I'll tell you how I wrote this, because you'll probably want me back here telling you about the song. I wrote another song that the oxymoron contrast, the contradictory term of working on my freedom, that, by the way, my son gave me that line. I'm working on my freedom. That's really what people do. They're working on their freedom. At the end of the day, they work 60, 70 years, and we're never free, because no one is free. I promise you that. No one in this world is free. There's a certain amount of freedom you can get, but no one is totally free. And about the stupidity, I'll get to this later, but I want to do in the next song that is actually working on my freedom. And this is how I write songs. I feel love, I feel it in my bones and in my skin, in my heart and in my soul. And then I got stuck. I needed something with in, with spin, with something, right? So something came to my mind. Let's take a spin. And then from a love song to my wife, I wrote it about my car, because I love my car, right? I feel love, I feel it in my bones and in my skin, in my heart and in my soul. Let's take a spin. So now I'm actually singing a love song on my car. But before Corona came, I was stuck in traffic all day, right? And I'm talking about freedom now. And I see a guy, I don't want to say what car I am because I don't want you to be jealous. But let's say I see a guy with a Lamborghini driving in the same lane I am, and we're both stuck in traffic. And we don't understand how come they called it freeway. It's going to be in the song. How come they call it freeway? You ask yourself. But this guy has more money than me, and he's not free, just like me. We're the same predicament, same status. We're trying to get back home, right? So this song actually teaches, I think, that the most important thing really to me is a family. And most of the people in the world trying to act like they don't need a family, and they got the gold teeth and the ships and all the girls and all that, and acting like they're all important and stuff. But the most important thing at the end of the day, in my humble, modest opinion, is family. And it's not that I'm cut for family, you know. I'm cut for this. I could stand here all day talking to you, playing songs for you. I love being by myself in the woods, writing my songs. I don't need, you know, but family is the best thing that happened to me. It's really my Grammy that I ever won in my life, basically. It's the best thing that happened to me. So the song, Let's Take a Spin, I took the word spin that by mistake came to me, and I said this. In this life, you got one spin. Go ahead and take your swing. Go ahead and make your dream come true. You'll hear it now. It's called You're My Own. All right, I'm going to teach you that song. Thank you. Stay with me this. Sing it. I feel love, I feel it in my bones and in my skin, in my heart and in my soul. Let's take a spin. I see joy, the joy you bring, and the light you got within. It shines out, I see a beam come through. I dream of you. When I'm stuck at midday, why do they call this freeway? I wish the ways was wrong. I'm working on my freedom, the freedom I can go home, sweet home. You are my home, sweet home. You are my home. You are my home, sweet home. You are my home. In this life you got one spin. Go ahead, just take your swing. Go ahead, make your dream come through. I dream of you. bite. Okay, we'll edit it out. Anyway, layers of stupidity. This is how I wrote layers of stupidity. I figure out everybody's stupid. I figure out no one is smart. You know, as a saying in Israel, saying in Hebrew, that I have more luck than brain. It's true. I'm just a lucky individual. The minute you are grateful and thankful, that's when you notice and you recognize that you're actually lucky. Because if you're complaining in a coffee shop, you will never recognize how lucky you are. So layers of stupidity came to me as I'm sitting in front of a forest before a bike ride. I'm about to ride my bike, and I look at the trees, and it was winter. And again, the winter-summer thing came to me, but it came to me a little different. Because in the song, I had what you call, like when your head spins, I had vertigo. I woke up one day, and I didn't have enough water in my body or my system, and I just started spinning. It was the worst feeling in the world. So I wrote, like my first verse on Layers of Stupidity was that. I wrote that song, and I said to myself, I'm peeling layers of stupidity as I grow old. I'm almost 60 years old, and basically, I'm starting to understand a lot of stupid stuff I've done in my life, and I'm peeling them off. I'm not doing them again. But it doesn't make me any smarter. It just makes me understand that I did stupid things because, like we said, I don't think no one is smart in this world once you make one mistake, right? So then I understood how people die. What they do is they start peeling layers of stupidity, and then they end up in the cold. They have no protection on their body from the cold, and they die. That's how people get old and die, in my predicament, my philosophy. So I said to myself, man, how can I prolong my life out here on earth and protect my body from freezing in the cold? It's going to be in the song, yes? How am I going to do this? And then I realized that the stupidest thing I've ever done my entire life for many, many years is my music world. It's the stupidest thing I've ever done. It's crazy stupid, okay? It has no common sense whatsoever. You remember the common sense we talked about? People that sensible, not sensible? Here you go again. If it's so common, then why would I want to follow common mediocrity? You know what I'm saying? I want to invent and disrupt. I don't want to be like saying common sense, but basically, I don't want to freeze in the cold. So I made my layer of stupidity, which is called music, thicker. And I said, I'm going to make it even thicker now, and I'm going to stick to it like glue. I'm never going to give up. I'm going to stick to my music like glue because that's really what's going to protect me from dying sooner or freezing in the cold. Instead of, and I'm showing the camera, instead of dying like this, like usually people go down and they get old, I can't wait to see when I'm 60 because I'm drifting towards my death like this. I'm floating. I just bought myself a floating device. So when I'm saying this, the layers of stupidity that I have on my body is the most important thing because what is layer of stupidity? Then I realize it's just youth because youth is considered stupid, considered silly, and I write this in the song, and foolishness is considered young, and youth is considered silly mode, I called it. A mode of silliness, and it's in my song, and it's called Layers of Stupidity. Thank you so, so, so much. Yeah.
This is Carnegie Hall material, huh? I watched the summer, it was hot as hell. Then the winter came, and it's so cold. I don't want to peel the layers of stupidity as I grow. sun came down hotter than before. My head was spinning and I cannot recall. So I closed my eyes. Yes, I've seen it all. Yes, I've seen it all. Find protection in my foolishness. I wear my shining armor with my silliness. If I peel my shield off, I'll end up all exposed in the cold. I don't wanna peel the layers of stupidity as I grow. Smiling mountains looking straight at me, but they don't know. What do they know? All the things that we've been going through, and where to go, where we gonna go. I'm not going anywhere without you, babe. I'm staying in silly mode. I don't wanna peel the layers of stupidity as I grow. I don't wanna peel the layers of stupidity as I grow. I don't wanna peel the layers of stupidity as I grow. To feel the love, don't need to be smart. I hold your hand and I can feel your heart as we stroll down Ocean Road. Wearing flip-flops, we in silly mode. And time flew by and this is what I know. A simple concept, money comes, money goes. You should always, always try to win the gold. Just don't lose your soul. I don't wanna peel the layers of stupidity as I grow. Smiling mountains looking straight at me, but they don't know. Why do they know? All the things that we've been going through, and where to go, where we gonna go. I'm not going anywhere without you, babe. I'm staying in silly mode. I don't wanna peel the layers of stupidity as I grow. Don't wanna peel the layers of stupidity as I grow. Don't wanna peel the layers of stupidity as I grow. As I grow. Do a lot more songs, man. All right. I just want you to know that I'm tattoo free. I'm old fashioned. I take pride in my family. I take pride in my friends. I wrote a song, it's called 1,000 Years of Love. I just wanted to make sure she knows I'm giving her 1,000 years of love. I hope it's enough. This one is called 1,000 Years of Love. Thank you very much. People wanna be remembered when they're gone, so they create a legacy. Measure up with big, big fortune. You know that don't impress me. Well, I'm gonna leave my love behind and always stay tattoo free. I'm gonna put it out there for you up front. I love you for 1,000 years. And I always tell you that your love will never end. It stays the same will never change. And I know that you can see what I've been dreaming of, 1,000 years of love. I'm gonna give you 1,000 years of love. I'm gonna give you 1,000 years of love. I hope it's enough. I hope it's enough for you, darling. 1,000 years of love. Back in the days when we used to brag, we rode in a big fat limousine. We wore a suit and tie and funny socks. I guess we had priorities. Well, I'm gonna contemplate here with your beauty, 'cause I know what I see. I'm gonna put it out there for you up front. I love you for 1,000 years. And I know it's always tell you that the love will end. It stays the same, never change. And I know that you can see what I've been dreaming of, 1,000 years of love. I'm gonna give you 1,000 years of love. I'm gonna give you 1,000 years of love. I hope it's enough. I hope it's enough for you, baby. 1,000 years of love. I'm gonna give you 1,000 years of love. I'm gonna give you 1,000 years of love. I hope it's enough. I hope it's enough for you, baby. 1,000 years of love.
Yeah. So the crowd just got larger. Yeah, we got a larger crowd now. People off the street coming in. That's pretty good. I like to see that, man. Anyway, as you can see, all these philosophies, you find a specific fine line between death and love, okay? Because all people, they pray to the unknown, to the all-known, because they want to know what's going on. They always want to know, like you get on a flight, they're trying to distract your mind by saying, we're going to be doing this and this and this. You're going to eat this and this and this. We're going to have more time. We're going to have more time like to watch movies. And they want to give you the whole wrap of what's going to happen. People want to know how their stock's going to do. They want to know their pension plan, so they go and imprison themselves, like we said before, in the job. People want to know. And people don't know, and that's very frustrating to a lot of people. And the thing about the unknown, that a lot of people are afraid from love because they don't want to know what's going to happen later on in life when they get married. And let me give you an example, okay? Let's say I got my phone in my hand right now. This is how I leave a message to somebody. I record the message, and I record it, I talk, I tell them what I want, blah, 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 and then I send. Then after I send the message, then I look and I figure out I want to know what I left. So I want to hear the message. So I go, okay. Oh, I said that. Ooh, okay. I give it a 7, what I sent. Okay, this is one thing I do. The other thing I do is I send an email with an impulse, because I'm an impulsive person. First I send the email, then I check to see what I wrote down, which is not very advisable, okay? Here's another word, instead of calling me stupid, advisable, okay? Then that's how I figure out marriage is. Because no marriage in the world, people know what they get into. You can marry the love of your life, things change, we've seen it happen. No one knows. So it's like sending a message. First you send, then you read and listen to it. That's basically what's happening. So I figured love is such a hard thing to do. because you plunge into something that is totally unknown. It's unknown out there, and you don't know, and that you know, it's like walking in the woods. You don't know what's going to hit you, man. And therefore, I wrote the song "What Love Is Like," because I guess love is also unknown, but you can hang on to the people you love. That's tangible. You could work on those relationships in your life. So you be proud of who you are with, and you could give more. I'm not much of a giver, I must admit, and I'm still working really hard at this. I want to become a better giver, okay? This is a goal of mine, okay? By the time I'm 60, I promise I'll be a better giver. But like, what love is like is really boasting about how we raise our kids and how we stick together and how we stay married in an age where, you know, it's very hard to obtain, and it's almost against the statistics. And it's crazy what we're going through, but we're continue to go at it, and we never give up, and we stick to it. And it's crazy how we will never give up. And that's a song, What Love Is Like. And I just believe, and it says in the song, it says that you give me truth, and I will show you what love is like. You give me truth, and then you'll know what love is like. So this truthful thing is all about integrity. Oh, I see it's raining outside. Is it raining outside?
It is, sir.
Nice, man. So that's why I got more people, I guess, inside, because it was raining outside. So the crowd came in. Yeah, the crowd came jokes. So this one is called What Love Is Like. Thank you so much. Don't forget to go to my site, lazygordon.com, so you can get tickets for the show on February 14th. It's a Valentine night special. Again, I want to thank so much Upstage Studios in Tel Aviv. Itamar Cohen, you're a blessing. Thank you, Ido. Thank you, Itamar Cohen, man. It's just great to work with you and spend this Friday afternoon with you, man. I appreciate that very much, man. A blessing, man. And you want to get a ticket for Billy Joel? You don't need to get a ticket for me, man. It's all in the house, man. So it's all good, man. It's called What Love Is Like. Instead of being a rapper boasting about the wrong, superficial things in life, what love is like is boasting about things that really matter. I hope you agree with me. All right. I got these earphones, you can see, yes? All right. I'm working really hard. Okay. This is how I ride my bike, yes? Let me show you my job as a basketball player. This is what I used to do, okay? I used to sit on the bench and invent new stuff. Watch this. Thank you so much. Good one. Good for bench warming. Anyway, so it's called What Love Is Like. Get familiar with the unknown. Introduce yourself and make yourself at home. Get familiar with the unknown. Have no fear, you are not alone. And my heart is all I know, and my soul is all I got. You give me truth, and you will see what love is like. And my heart is all I know, and my soul is all I got. You give me truth, and you will see what love is like. Get familiar with the unknown. Won't you stop on by and say hello? Get familiar with uncertainty. She's so pretty as she smiles at me. And my heart is all I know, and my soul is all I got. You give me truth, and you will see what love is like. And my heart is all I know, and my soul is all I got. You give me truth, and you will see what love is like.
Trumpets playing, mountains shaking, waves are breaking. That's the kind of love we're making. Kids we raising, food we serving, education, it's amazing. I've been thankful for the blessing, for your wisdom and soft caressing. Spirit notion, much devotion. Yeah, we keep our equal portion. Love is life, what people want. To each his own, I kid you not. Every morning when we wake up to find each other, yeah, we tie the knot. There's no blaming, there's no shaming, yeah, we fight. But enough about that. Come on, babe, we stick together. We find out what love is like. What love is like. And my heart is all I know, and my soul is all I got. Give me truth and you will see what love is like. And my heart is all I know, and my soul is all I got. Give me truth and you will see what love is like. What love is like. What love is like. What love is like. Love is like. Love is like. Love is like. Love. Love is like. I wrote 200 songs, I dwindled it to 107. Now I cut it to boys in front of me, so I'm gonna do the next song. Chase women all the time. There's no Tinder, there's no Me Too, there's no nothing. In and out as much as we want. With it, without it, we just go in and out, man. It was crazy. And like if you were a basketball player and you're like scoring all the points, making all the assists, and you're the man, you also have to be there too, okay? But then the first two verses of the song here is talking about that, how you boasting, how you did your thing. The second, how people make shades and change their color of the skin so they can look good, but only on the internet. So I say, okay, let's meet face to face. If you got this going on the internet, come meet me face to face. Come show me the truth, right? And then the third verse is really when we're married already, evolving song. And this is called, let me reiterate to myself what's this called. The song is called this one is called Come and Sip My Love In. Much gaming I could really play. Did my thing, I didn't really care what people say. I did my thing, I didn't really care what people say. Come and sip my love. Out in a crowd, holding you. Darling, I knew there's no, yes you are. We didn't have all these technologies, we couldn't. So if you really got it going on it, well, I wasn't shy. Well, back in the day, I had no doubt. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. hold your body and I look into it like, come and sip my loving, come and get some darling. We on the sofa hanging and watch TV till we get tired. It's time for us to go to sleep. Come and get some darling, come and get some. But then look at us now, we're doing fine. I'm truly yours, you truly mine. Back in the days, for the rest of my life, you are the one. Yes, you are. You are the one. Yes, you are. You are the one. Yes, you are. More young songs? כמה זמן עבר, באמת? אתה מעייפים כבר, אה? אתה מעייף? איזה שירים לא עשיתי, אחי? אוקיי. זה Oh My Brother Leaf ונלך הביתה. All right. Don't forget to go to lazygordon.com, lazygordon.com. lazygordon.com, get your tickets for Valentine's Night Special. You heard it, Valentine Night Special, lazygordon.com. It's going to be in Ra'anana, Israel. Double header. Peace and love. Anyway, we'll do 2 more songs. We'll get out of here on a Friday night. I plan on doing 50 songs, but I did only an hour and a half. I have a very kind heart, not to keep the people before Aruchat Shabbat. You know, it's just a wonderful personality thing. Rani Dal still here, yeah? Good. Him and another 50 people. It's good to see you guys. It's really good to see you. We're going to add the claps now. Here you go. Not yours, from the computer. Thank you. Laughs and stuff on the punches. Yeah, it's a lot of punches here, you know. You can feel this. Anyway, the most important thing about the song of Oh My Brother, I will tell you after the song, okay? But I wrote the song basically about my brothers, that we don't talk to each other anymore, okay? There's no contact, and it's going to be like this for the rest of our lives. I have 2 brothers. We ain't talking to each other. That's it. Which is a good thing, because I live in America. It could be dangerous in America, you know? They got guns, they got all this ammunition laying around. It's okay. Let's not talk. I take that. Good deal, okay? So it's funny because everybody has a messed up family somewhere. Some have a hard family, some have a broken family. Everybody got to deal with some family issues in his life. And then what happens, we talked about layers of stupidity and freedom that affects you and your prolonging your lifestyle, and then you act accordingly to what you have, okay? Like a rich guy gets rich because he was so poor, he has vendetta and revenge for society. Just like I became a basketball player. Everybody said I can't, so I proved them I can. So I have to work 14 years for that, okay? Let's close parentheses here because I'm very focused about Oh My Brother, okay? So what happened was I did the Oh My Brother in a song in Eilat, and we were playing a game with Real Madrid, Apol Jerusalem, Maccabi Tel Aviv, and Apol Eilat, and I was invited to this. And we had a show afterwards. And Gilad Shalit's brother, and they're trying to bring him back in 2011 after captivation of over 4 years, okay? With, you know the story. So he's capped Gaza Strip, and we were trying to make some, happening, try to promote bringing him back. And the show came on, and I did the show at night, and I sang Oh My Brother. And Gilad Shalit's brother was crying his ass off. He's just crying, like making her name is Ella, like Ella. And she tells me she wants to take the song and make a clip and send it all over the world. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to win a Grammy. This is my time. I'm going to win a Grammy.
Okay, let's close parentheses on this, okay? I'm here to tell you, it's funny, but I'm going to win a Grammy, my songs. And I'll tell you, steps must be taken. For instance, one step that you have to take towards winning a Grammy is get nominated. If you get nominated, that's another step towards a Grammy. And nomination to me, when I think about my marriage, I'm thinking, man, when you get married, you just got nominated for divorce. That's exactly what we talked about the marriage before. You just got nominated for divorce. You're sitting there with the other 4 people praying, please, please don't win. Have him win. I hope he wins. I don't want to win. Let him win, okay? You don't want to get divorced, man. That's a hard thing. Like we said in the marriage thing, you get married like sending a message. You send a message, then you listen to what you send. It's like marriage. You get married, then you find out what marriage is like, what love is like, right? So, see how everything conjures. This, everything, makes sense to another, makes sense, this word makes sense, doesn't make sense to me, but anyway. So I'm like, I go and I get a band and we start working on the song, get a big check from them, and we're going to do Oh My Brother for the world. We're going to record this for the world. And they're going to bring him back, and I'm going to win a Grammy. And we'll also bring him back. It's a wonderful deal, My song's going to be all over the world, and we're going to win a Grammy, right? Right. So then, what happened was, one day Ella calls me, and she says, I have really good news. They're bringing him back before we record the song. Here goes my Grammy. And I'll never forget, on Channel 2 back in the days, before it became 12, I watched him, and tears came to my eyes as he was coming back home. Before we record this song, Oh My Brother. Remind me to tell you how it all ended up. Yeah, it's you that I'm trying to find. I wish you were there on the other side. Lord knows how many times I tried. Every time I seek, you just go and hide. After all these days of trying, I realize this is going one way. I just exist and say my prayers, and I hope that you will show up one day. Oh, my brother, oh, my brother, come to me, come to me. Oh, my brother, oh, my brother, come to me. Won't you come to me? And oh, where we embrace, you bring your love, you bring your innocence. Lord knows what it means to me when I finally get to see you face to face. And after all these days been gone, the past is off and the present is on. You might not recognize the same place, but you know, my brother, it's home sweet home. Oh, my brother, oh, my brother, come to me, come to me. Oh, my brother, oh, my brother, come to me. Won't you come to me, come to me. Oh, my brother. okay, I have no energy to get up. Let me tell you what happened, okay? So Ella brings him back to Israel. I don't get the Grammy, and I don't get the song recorded. I give the check back. It's all good. Where's my water? Then she calls me one day. I'm getting married, she says. After 4 years chasing Gilad Shalit, she finally got married. Said, come to my wedding. And you're doing Oh My Brother in my wedding. I'm like, oh my God. Wait. Then she says, Gilad Shalit and the whole family gonna be there. So you're doing Oh My Brother. So I did Oh My Brother to Gilad Shalit and his family. First time I ever met them. And my message to you is, that was to me a Grammy moment right there. Huge Grammy moment. Now I know I didn't win a Grammy moment in Hollywood, but I won a Grammy moment that night. What I'm saying is, if you're not complaining on your frustration and doing something about it, you can win a Grammy moment every day of your life. You can. You can do simple stuff and still win a Grammy. And I'll tell you what, you sitting here in front of me, that's a Grammy moment. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right. מה אתה רוצה, ליף? או משהו אחר רצית? What you want? Leaf? All right. His earphones, man. I will not need Q-tips for a long time after this. That's crazy, man. It hurts me in my ears and stuff. And I like the situation we were in, today. It makes you stronger. Besides swimming in 20-degree pool outside, makes you stronger. So this one is called Leaf. And the story, let's make it short. I was in the States. I felt like a leaf. I felt this small. Came back to Israel. Never looked back since. And I'm very lucky and thankful that I did this move. But I got to tell you, you got to find out what leaf you are. Are you the leaf catching the waves behind you? And you're like a sailboat and directing your ship with the wind you're catching because you're that kind of leaf? Or are you the leaf like I was, or a lot of people also outside, that they cracked out, man, and the wind just blew them to the other side, like in my story in San Francisco. What kind of leaf are you? Because in the third verse, it says that the first two verses talk about leaves that are high, like drug dealers in San Francisco, right? Like drug users. But the third verse says on the leaves that are always being stepped on, the ones that are in prison, they have no jobs, they have mortgages, and they have to go to work every day, and they're the leaves on the ground, okay? It's kind of funny that it reminds you, hey, have your feet on the ground. Most people will not tell you to fly. Most people will suggest to you, hey, keep your feet on the ground, right? Because it's more comfortable for everybody else, right? Go to class, sit with everybody else. Don't be doing, we know where you are, you're, okay? Just make it easy for the system and society to deal with you, Be like everybody else, just follow it, And it's very hard to disrupt and to innovate and create and to bring something new when society is geared towards that. It's very hard. I'm going through the same tribulations of that. So, what kind of leaf are you? The third verse talks about the people, and it's funny how the first two verses you look down because you're high as a kite. And the third verse, you're looking up. Looking up at your bosses, at your wife, and whoever is not making you feel very much freedom. Okay, did you get all this? Now it's kind of like all meant together, conjuring, becoming a whole. You understand? We're all kind of pieced out. We need a lot of work, so it's called Leaf.
I'm flying feeling light up there, watching people down below. I'm flying, going nowhere as I watch the people go. 'Cause I'm a leaf watching to the corner of the streets where the wind decides to blow. I'm a leaf and the wind is taking over me when they blow, when they blow, when they blow. I'm flying, going nowhere, watch the people down below. I'm crying, 'cause I did it to myself, 'cause I decided not to show. 'Cause I'm a leaf, watching to the corner of the streets where the wind decides to blow. I'm a leaf, and the wind is taking over me when they blow, when they blow, when they blow. I'm tired and I feel the small, watching people over me. I'm fired so I can start again, find a way of my own. 'Cause I'm a leaf, watching to the corner of the street where the wind decides to blow. I'm a leaf, the wind is taking over me when they blow. I'm a leaf, watching through the corner of the street where the wind decides to blow. I'm a leaf, and the wind is taking over me when it blows. Thank you. All right, this one I'm doing for Alon, and we're done. Okay. I'm going to reveal my dream to you. I'm going to make sure you know. I want you to know my dream. Whoever's watching on Facebook, you're welcome to come to watch the special on Valentine's night, 2023, in Ra'anana. All you need to do is understand English and have some money for the tickets. You need to go to lazygorn.com. lazygorn.com, either or you write it, you'll get to the tickets in Ra'anana. Purchase them today because we're doing double header, peace and love. Now I'm going to tell you the story. What I want is I want to present the New York Philharmonic with the song that I'm about to do for you. Okay, I'm sharing my dream now.
I want to take the song to New York, fly to New York, do it with the New York Philharmonic Orchestra, shoot it in Carnegie Hall, with crowd, without crowd, doesn't matter, do a live session clip of that, and get the song out of there. I believe I could be Layers of Stupidity, yes? I believe that this song is top 10 of all-time New York songs ever written. Now, the problem is, the other 9 are known, okay? This one is not known yet. Now, because I'm so modest, okay, I didn't say this song could have been rated 3 or 2. You never know, or 5. But let's say it's in the top 10. Is it fair to say? Now, this song is mind-boggling. I was going to go do a record in New York, and I didn't get the record deal with Ed Otzi in 2006 till this song. This song came to me when I was crying for my dad. They would bring me to New York so this could be made happen. I wanted to record my record in New York, and the song didn't exist. And there was the Second Lebanon War back then in 2006, and I was crying to him in my dream, bring me to New York, let's meet. You know, let's get together, let me see you, let me meet you, okay? I just like crying out to my dad. Now, my dad passed away 2 years before I made Maccabi Tel Aviv's team, so this whole dream was not all of that, okay? Because he never got to see me actually wearing that number that I dreamt about wearing as a kid on my back. You never got to see that. It's crazy how we used to record on VCR. I used to go like play Italy, Spain, Yugoslavia, blah, blah, blah. And I record just the introduction to hear my name and my number because I didn't play much my first year. And I know that would have been enough for him. He would be very happy with that, you know? Of course, we talked about humanity, that when you get this, then you want more, right? But okay, we talked about it already. So my father, he loved New York. And I was born in New York. Wasn't my fault, but I was born in 1965 in New York. And every now and then we used to come back to New York and go to Broadway musicals and just have a good time going to restaurants. And we used to hang out a lot. And when he passed away, I was almost 21 years of age, and he left us, you know, till that song came, and I finally said, man, this is a resurrection. I can really do something about it. So I wrote the song and presented it to LLC, and they flew me to New York to record a record. We recorded a record. It's called Let Me in New York. You can go into my Spotify on my site, lazygorn.com. Let Me in New York, it's there. But my dream is to go and get the Philharmonic of New York Orchestra and record the song. And let me tell you, if I get this done, this will be very inspiring to others, because my father never said a lot, but I don't want to lure you into the story of how he died, but I can tell you one thing. I was fishing all these years for that 3 words, dad tells his son. And you know the 3 words that men don't say much, you know? They don't get to say that. They never throw their affection out there in the open, you know, and those 3 words really matter to me. So on his last day, I could not see him. I could only see his legs. I went to take a leak. And I'm standing in the urinal taking a leak, like a man does, and I just can't go. I'm just trying, but I can't go. So then I hear this voice of my dad, who for 5 days already was breathing every 30 seconds, 1 breath. He did not talk for 5 days, okay? The man was out. Man was on the way out, okay? It's freaky. I'm saying I can't see him, and he says to me the 3 words, and he says, flush the toilet. I was like, what? First of all, he said, flush the toilet, to'it hamayim, in Hebrew. So I did that, and all of a sudden I can go, because, you know, a watery thing does help you, you know, with association to go. So it's funny how you remember somebody's last breath. Seriously, he died 2 hours later. But I remember my dad every time I take a leak. Every time I take a leak, I remember my dad. Think about this. I'm 58. I get up during the night 3 times to go to the bathroom. I remember my father a lot. And I just want to tell you something. Before I do Let Me in New York to his name, I'm not going by society's rules, okay? I know it's a joke, and I know I'm giving him respect. It's been 30 years. Time does heal things, okay? I'm older than him, and my kids are older than when he died with me. So it's all good. Have no doubt about that, okay? There's a lot of good things that happened since then. This one is called Let Me in New York. I want to thank you so much for showing up today. And if I do get this recording done and the song gets world famous and I become rich, please don't forget me. Thank you so much. Don't forget me. When I become rich and famous, don't forget me. Tattoo free. Yeah, boy. Yeah. זהו, זה השיר האחרון, מבטיח. כואב לי האוזניים, לא צוחק, אני מרגיש כמו ארנב. זה לא יאומן, זה כואב לי כל כך. פשוט כל הזמן אני יושב פה ואני חושב עליכם, ואז אני אומר, זה לא בדיוק סטנדאפ, אתה יודע, אני פשוט, לא משנה, נדבר אחר כך. הנה השיר וזהו, יאללה, הכל טוב. לא עשיתי בורדר, לא משנה, זה בהופעות אני אעשה.
Let me come and visit in New York. It's the place you like to visit most. And we'll get a chance to sit and talk. Let me introduce, look who I brought. They've been knowing you for very long, you know. Even though we're here and you up north, let me come and see you in New York. Let me say it's different than you thought. Let me tell you it's a little short. If you recognize the city that you know, then I know that you can stop the clock from moving. And we'll walk the city back and forth, back and forth. Like the days we walked and talked, the city of New York. And through the nights and through the days, you're on my mind, you always stay. I feel you're close right here. And through the nights and through the days, you're on my mind, you always stay, you stay. Oh, these years. These years. Let me please come meet you in New York. Let me show you love I never lost. It's because of you I miss New York. It's because of you I miss New York. Thank you, Upstate Studio. Thank you so much. Thank you, Itamar Cohen. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Shabbat Shalom, and see you later.